Good morning, everybody. Orange here with another War of the Visions video, and it is dark and early on Monday morning. We've got a new batch of War of the Visions news to get into, so let's jump in and see what we're getting in the news this week. Now, before I start reading through this, something about guilds real quick. Salt Squad, the family of guilds that my guild belongs to, just acquired the guild Medina, and they have several openings. Their goal within our family of guilds is to be a guild that kind of shows people how to participate in-game, kind of train up people if they want to take their guild game to that true in-game level, I guess you could say. So if you're looking for a guild to join and a great family of guilds to join, hit up the Salt Squad Discord link down in the description of this video, and then go to the application channel, drop your app, and maybe you can join Medina or one of the other mini guilds in our family. Super worth doing. Let's cover the news. Okay, first up, vision cards. We're getting a couple new vision cards, Nightmare Before Halloween and Intersecting Destinies. Now, Nightmare Before Halloween, this is Halloween Lucia's vision card. It's also pretty powerful for a lot of like staff and book users in general. Man-Eater on magic attack, strike attack resist, and unit attack resist up is a really strong combo. Magic up and area attack resist up, so it does have that AoE resist single target buff on it, which is super good. Then you're going to get magic attack up, max HP up for Halloween Lucia. That is a global exclusive upgrade. And then for staff equipable main and sub jobs, you will get Curses Come in 3, a 3-hit chaining move, useful for things like Guild Wars, potentially. More on Guild Wars later. And then, as we mentioned, the global upgrade on this thing is Halloween Lucia, getting the magic attack and max HP up. Okay, let's continue. We've got another vision card. Oh, updates. Before we get to the other new vision card, this is a big update right here. R and SR vision cards, right? So those really low rarity cards that basically everybody has and everybody's maxed are all getting buffed. So Cactar is the example that they use here. Pre-change Cactar's group buff was critical hit rate up. Now it will still have that, but staff black mages and staff devouts, mace, glove, books, swords, equipable main jobs will also get max HP up. So all those old cards getting a little love, which is a nice thing to see for like true cost limited situations, like you know, when you have a limited Guild Wars or something where it's not just unit restricted. Those cards are a great thing to use there. Okay, Intersecting Destinies. This is the other new vision card we're getting this week. This is a water type card with luck up, critical evasion up, slash attack resist, piercing rate up. So really strong there, especially if, like our new boy here, this guy, you know, you're a slash attacker that's water. I think this is going to be a really good card for him, especially in PvP. For water units using it, they'll get slash attack up. For Chunok and Ramada only, you'll get defense, piercing rate up, luck up. And then Jaden Rundall gets magic up and agility up. Again, this card definitely not for Jaden, even though he is the most prominently featured member of the card. But if you have to use it on him, at least he'll get a little bit of buff. The global upgrades right here are for Chunok Ramada getting that defense, piercing, and luck, and then Jaden getting magic and agility. Okay, bingo board for the new vision card right there, and then bingo board for Halloween monsters and exorcists. Now we'll have to wait and see what the banners for these cards look like, but good vision cards. If you're an earth player, Halloween monsters is great, and if you're a wind player or someone who wants to use that triple trick attack for PvE events, exorcist is, I use exorcist all the time. PvE God card Exorcist. We'll have to see what the banners are though before we see like how easy they are to get this week. Intersecting Destinies Chunok's card, that'll have a bingo board as well. Character Quest 2. So we're getting Master Ability 2s for More, Corwell, Shadow Lynx, and Naya. So More, I've seen a little bit of her in PvP lately and she was performing pretty well. Corwell, he's okay. Shadow Lynx, again, top tier MR unit. And then Naya, a good cost limited option for fire. So there we go. Okay, next up, Halloween Festival Part 2 login bonus this week is going to be shards for the new Halloween vision card, as well as some resonance keys, amnesia dues, which are always nice to get, and then pretty standard stuff. We'll also snag a blossom this week. Equipment training success rate up campaign. So if you're building some new equipment this week, it's a good week for that. You'll have an easier time maxing it out. Daily quest item drop double up campaign. So during the campaign period, item drop rates are doubled for all daily quests, including the Gill Chamber. So a very important week because it's a good week to get some Gill Snappers, which take advantage of those whenever you can. Chocobo Expedition and Gill double up campaign as well for the Chocobo Expedition. And that's all for that one. Okay. Selection quests are getting an update. Earth and Light are getting their quest 14, so let's check those out. So clear selection quest Light 14 and selection quest Earth 14 to obtain respectively a customized lance recipe and Savage King's helm recipe. So that's Camilo's sword and Moraga's helmet getting their +1. This is how you get the recipes to +1 those pieces of gear. These are some of the hardest PvE events in the game. Selection quest 14 is, it's MR or lower rarity units and the selection quest unit, and their job level recommended 120. These are going to be monstrously hard PvE quests, so if you're into it, great. If you're not, well, you'll continue to skip these like a lot of people do. New gear. We're getting a quest for Halloween Lucia's book, Diaries of a Mischievous Witch, so that'll be something we can farm this week. We'll also get the Crow Cloak accessory equipment training quest. So again, 2 more things to farm, and then story part 2, chapter 10, scene 3 coming out. So wrap up this spicy chapter of the story this week as well. Then my personal most hype news is guild raids are back. So guild raid week, let's talk about what this guild raid is. First of all, it's running from the 26th through the 1st. But the 26th is just going to be the trial battle day, and then starting the 27th, boom, we're off to the races. Let's go get it done. And then rewards will come in. Well, it says on the 2nd. The rewards are always delayed. Like, always delayed, but they do come through eventually every time. And they're typically pretty good. Now, you have titles you can earn. You can see those titles here. Let's see. We usually have a couple people in our guild who get those, the player who achieved the highest score on one of the boss titles. Always super excited for them when they get that. Basically, here's your rules. If you've never done guild raids before, you get a whole bunch of bosses. Here's the bosses right here. So you have Jesric, Anima, Falco, Eleficarus, and Ushamgal Subjugator. So we'll have a water boss, so lightning, a dark boss, so you'll want to fight that with light maybe, a wind boss, ice to fight that, earth boss, hit that with wind, and fire boss to hit with water. Here it tells you that you can slow the water, earth, and fire boss. You can steal time and drop agility for dark and wind. So you'll have these bosses to fight every day. You can fight 3 of them a day. Boom, help your guild get massive scores. Let's see if there's anything else on here that we need to talk about. I'll talk about these bosses a bit. Once I have that trial day up, I'll kind of show off a team, talk about good things to do for the bosses. Yep. Just a lot of words to do what I'm going to do in a video. Okay, nothing more there. And then this is a bit of just a clarification news right here. This is saying now that we're releasing vision cards and stuff that have weapon type requirements, here's what those weapon type mean. So if you see sword red mage, it means red mage, sword saint, holy knight, squire, lunar paladin, dark knight of remorse, blah blah blah. I'm not going to read through all these. But if you see these words, this is what those words mean. So here's the list of all your spear users, your axe users, your bow users. And then if you get all the way down here, your single boomerang user, hero of the future hope. So that's it for the news today, guys. Remember, if you want to join an awesome family of guilds, come check out the Salt Squad Discord. And have a great week, y'all. Peace. That's it. See ya.